It was announced that I had lost. The inner critic in my mind immediately picked up on it and was about to start singing the head the big song, but I had to stop it in its track. What's up, YouTube? So today I put myself in a very uncomfortable position of competing for a high-stake post at my school, and as much as I would love to come and impress you all with, oh my god, I won. I am growing here, guys. Sadly, and it hurts terribly. But what I'm not gonna do is sit around here and host a pity party aiming for your sympathy, because that in itself is emotional blackmail. What I'll do, which is what I'm doing, is focus on the lessons I am learning, how I am healing, and share this with you as I'm doing right now, with the hope that it can help you, or that it will help you navigate whatever curveball life. The first lesson I learned and I've internalized is the fact that failure isn't fatal. Hello, I'm still breathing, y'all. With a Glasgow Coma score of 15/15, losing didn't cause any medullary paralysis. If you're a med student, you know what I'm talking about. You see, most of us shy away from putting ourselves in that situation where we risk failure because we are so scared of the aftermath. And I'm a living testimony that you are gonna breathe just fine after failing. Okay? Failure is an inevitable experience in your journey of growing as a person. And it is okay to not win every time. It is okay to not get things right every time. That is the definition of Homo sapien. You're not gonna die. The words of others aren't gonna kill you. Their laughter won't kill you. The second lesson I got from losing today was hard work will always beat talent if talent does not work hard. Does that ring a bell? Well, I'm here to tell you that that is a reality. I don't care how good you think you are. If you don't do the needful of putting in the work to prepare for that competitive situation you're gonna find yourself in later on, you are gonna stay in a perpetual state of failure. It's a given. It's a given, guys. I provide you with some context here so you grasp exactly what it is that I am overly gesticulating about. So about 2 days ago, I decided to go in for the post of vice president at my medical students association without previously considering the idea. And yesterday I found out that a very hardworking and passionate junior of mine was equally contesting for that position. And that realization created some anxiety in me, as in, will I win this post? Which I immediately shook it off by reminding myself of how talented I am and how great I am with public speaking and with persuading people. But guess what? Today, when I went in for the position, I had just scribbled some potential initiatives to work on. But the moment I heard him talk, I knew I wasn't gonna win. Talent wasn't gonna be enough in this competition. You see, he showed up well prepared. He had a carefully laid out practical plan for the position. And what I had paled in comparison. first, his plan was compatible with that of the guy going in for president, and not to mention he came in with a tribe of people supporting him, and I barely had a few friends. So with that, talent was able to get me through the first round of elections, and it was a tie. But during the second round, I had to sell a vision. I had to offer value, something practical, something palpable, something tangible to my audience, and talent wasn't enough. So to cut the long story short, I lost. Now the third and most important lesson losing the elections today taught me is, when there is no enemy within, the enemy without cannot hurt you, or the enemy outside cannot hurt you. And I cannot begin to emphasize how accurate this is. In a culture that is obsessed with high performance, with success, and with excellence, which it should be, by the way, because we are capable of those, failure tends to feel very shameful and associated with self-loathing, which in actual fact it shouldn't, because it is a learning opportunity. By immediately redirecting my attention to what can I learn out of this experience. And so here I am, confidently talking to you like someone who even won the post of the president. Because you know what? Failure is an event, not an identity. And the wins of others have nothing to do with your worthiness. The only voice, or the only opinion rather, that is most important to your brain is the opinion you have of yourself. So you might as well make that positive to experience the peace and calm I'm experiencing at this moment while grieving a loss. Now let's talk about how I am healing from this loss or from this failure. The first thing I am doing is letting myself grieve the loss. I may sound very exuberant, but deep down I am hurt by this experience, and that's okay. All emotions are welcome. I am allowed to feel sad, to cry, to feel frustrated, to feel disappointed. But what I am not letting myself do is let this failure define me. Because when I look back into my cookie jar, I am still the guy who was junior parliamentarian, who won best project, who had a first class GPA. So the fact that I wasn't chosen today as vice president doesn't take away any of my accomplishments. I am still a worthwhile person, even if I do not qualify as a worthwhile person in other people's books. And so I am just letting myself go through the loss, feeling it as it comes, taking it as it comes, going with the flow. But after all is said and done, life must go on. We move on. Okay, we move on. Next thing I am doing in order to heal from this is practicing cognitive reframing. I am actively telling myself what I will tell a best friend going through a similar situation. I am giving myself grace, I am giving myself compassion, and I am telling myself this is an invitation to work hard, not to quit. This serves as motivation for me to go after everything I aspire to accomplish with all that I've got, because otherwise I stand the chance of losing. So Cognitive reframing, in essence, is shifting my perspective to what is helpful, not harmful. Telling myself I'm a failure isn't gonna help me in any freaking way. It's only gonna invite me into depression, and I am not letting myself get depressed. So that's what I want you to do if you are dealing with a loss or a failure at this moment. You are not defined by it. You are worthy even without that win. Okay? So feel whatever it is you are feeling, but be very, very conscious of the words you say to yourself, because your brain is a supercomputer and your self-talk is the program it runs. Keep it positive, please. It's for your own mental health. The third and last thing I am doing in order to heal completely from this loss is living from a mentality of unconditional self-worth, which is the belief that I deserve to be alive, to be loved and cared for, to take up space in the world, not because of my actions, my accomplishments, or abilities, but because of the fact that I am a human being. I am worthy just because of the fact that I'm a human being, not because I have achieved so and so things. And that is a very healthy mentality for each and every one of us to live from. Because just like sin is a symptom of humanity and not identity, failure is a symptom of you can do better, not a definition of all that you can do. So give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself, you can do this. You can achieve more, even though you failed this time. And to live from this mindset, all you have to do is forgive yourself for not preparing as hard. Accept yourself, quirks and all. You are unique. And be there for yourself. Be there for yourself. Be your own friend. Life is so much easier when you're on your own side, when you're not looking for validation from others, when you are content with your timeline. So finally, to anyone currently navigating a loss or a failure, I just want to let you know I see you and I'm with you. And I know that one of your biggest concerns right now might be, what are people gonna think about me? What are they gonna say behind my back? But I want to charge you to use that energy to grow while they gossip. And please remember, regression is a part of growth. Growth was never meant to be linear. It is messy, it is bumpy, and along the road you are gonna stumble and fall, just like a little baby learning how to walk. But with each failure, you only become stronger. Remember I said regression is a part of growth, right? For a catapult to go further, the rubber is pulled backward. So, in this difficult moment you find yourself in, I just want to let you know you are capable of more, even if you may not feel as though right now. And the opinions of others are bullshit, because most people won't even try to put themselves in such a situation. And remember, the people who are highly critical of others often reserve the worst criticism for themselves. So please go ahead and live your life. Life is short. Live your life, love your life, and I'll see you in the next video.